Hello.
What's up, what's up, what's up? This is We Gon Talk About the podcast. Episode number
31, and today is March 31st. Hello.
And this is where you go to get your
What do you got?
you go get your how-tos from. This is the podcast you get your how-tos from.
I don't know.
How to have sex 21 times a month.
Oh my goodness.
Because the doctor said
21 times a month. Huh?
yeah, the doctor said you're supposed to have sex 21 times a month in order to prevent or to limit it, or what did it say? Something about prostate.
Why are you telling them that though?
Because this is where they come and get the information from. Because I'll tell you the information. And we're going to talk about it. We talk about it. This is your host.
We don't talk about it, we don't apply it. We just talk about it, but don't apply it. Okay, all right. This is your host. Go ahead on.
This is your host, Condoleezza, whatever.
Okay.
And my co-host, Fellatio.
No, Cuddles, quit saying that. That is not true.
And this is this concoction. What is this concoction?
That is kale, cucumber, pineapples, and apples. Yep, that's it.
Please pray for me. Because this is what I've been doing all weekend.
Okay.
Anywho.
Exactly.
This is episode number 31.
You said that.
We're going to talk about a podcast.
That too.
Please hit the subscribe button to subscribe so you get all the notifications of everything we do. From stripper parties.
Oh my goodness.
To how-tos, music, movies, and other episodes from episode 1 to 30. Episode 30 was a good episode because it was about abuse. Probably do another part 2 of that one. So, what's today's episode about?
Homelessness and the lack thereof.
Lack thereof?
Meaning like when you lack stuff. Well, if you watch the video, then they'll see what we're talking about.
If you lack stuff.
Righteous, what are you doing? Don't be growling on me, child. What you see?
When you lack stuff. Okay.
Yeah, when you lack stuff.
Alright, so tell us what you...
Okay, so homelessness. And let me just give a little background of how this subject came up. Me and my baby boy was coming from practice last Friday. Not this Friday that passed, but the Friday before it passed. And I saw this couple. They had covers. It was pretty cold last Friday. Not the Friday that just passed, but the Friday before. And they had these blankets around them. And that's what people do. Like they wrap blankets around themselves. It's cold outside over their coat. And so I didn't think anything of it. I had threw away his Fazoli's. So we weren't coming from basketball practice, y'all. We was coming from Fazoli's. Sorry. So anywho, I was throwing. He had some food left in his box, and my box didn't go directly in the trash. I heard it hit the ground, and I said I'm gonna pick it up on the way out. Nevertheless, when I came back out to pick up the box wasn't there. I don't know. Maybe I thought the wind probably took it. So when I got in the car, my son was like, "Mama, can you pray for them?" I'm like, "Pray for who?" He was like, "Who would have had the blanket?" And I was like, "What was going on?" He was like, "They homeless." I was like, I don't know if they homeless or not, son, because they probably just walking. Dude did have a bag, and they would both have blankets. And he was like, no, I think they homeless. So I was like, okay. So then the next morning, about 6, 7 o'clock, I was going to get my husband coffee at 7-Eleven where we were yesterday. The day before. And they were sleeping on the concrete outside of the 7-Eleven. So I was like, oh, I'm so glad my son was not with me. Because that would have just been heartbreaking because he called it and I just didn't see it. And so so he told me the next time I saw them to give them some money because, they was hungry, X, Y, and Z. And so, unfortunately, I haven't. Well, hopefully that wasn't a case. I don't know what the situation could have been, but hopefully they got help or got to their destination and they not outside. I don't know. But that's how this subject came up about homelessness. So homelessness for me was, and I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna just go into my transparency of homelessness. So the reasons why some people are homeless, and so this is just off the top of the dome. I don't know all the different facts of why people are homeless. Just what I'm thinking. Some may be homeless is living a paycheck to paycheck, and they lose their job, a divorce, right? And so they didn't have anywhere else to go. Somebody got the house. A substance abuse, right? Drug addiction. Teenage runaways, they run away from home and never get off the street, so the street become their home. If the person you was living with passed and then you had nowhere else to go. So those are different reasons that I would think people would be homeless. I've never been homeless, praise God, but I do remember getting a foreclosure notice. And this guy was with me when I got the mail. And the sweetest thing he ever could have done, and the most powerful thing that he ever could have done, some may say, oh, he paid the bill. No, but he did most definitely pray for me during that situation. And but I had to have a conversation with my kids because I didn't know what was what. And the conversation that we had was, oh my goodness. Y'all know I'm a crier, but nevertheless, the conversation that we had was that I would make sure that they were in a home. My mother, I don't know if they would have wanted to go with their dad for a reason or two, but they would have did what they had to do. My sisters, probably would, I know they would have stepped up for sure. But the lack thereof, but thank God we didn't lose our home. And the thing about it was my kids' conversation was, wherever you sleep, we sleep. So if you sleep in the car, we sleep in the car with you. And so they wouldn't leave me. That's what they were saying. But it's because I didn't know. I just knew people wouldn't let my kids be outside. Not saying that my sisters would let me be outside, but the most important thing to me was my kids. And the lack thereof came because, with kids, where was I going with this? Okay, so kids, I think sometimes, a lot of the times, my kids' only meal was when we went to my mother's house for like a holiday or something like that. Or when they went to school, they had a variety. Because what I know is that they ate a lot of Roman noodles. But they are favor that today, but that shouldn't be right as a mother. Like, you just let your kids eat noodles. That's all I could afford. Or they would eat bread with syrup, or they would eat bread with jelly. Or that's what I mean by the lack thereof. Like, we had the shelter and my lights was on. You know what I mean? But the food wasn't there necessarily. And so fast forward, having a conversation with my mom, she was like, why you ain't never say nothing? And I guess a closed mouth just don't get fed, because I don't know if that was embarrassment or I was just not there 100% like, what is going on? But they never once complained about it. And even maybe let's say about a year and a half ago, I just had a conversation with them, just basically apologizing to my children because of all the lack they had, that I felt that they lacked, that I wasn't able to do for them, that I think they so deservingly needed to be provided for. And even if some of their wants I wanted to meet and could not. but the conversations, and I had conversations with each one at a different time, but all three attitudes, because thank God the fourth one doesn't have to endure the struggle as my oldest three did, but the attitude that they had was like, cut it out, like this made you who you were. We was good, and they think they're funny, but yeah, they some sweet boys, and I'm just grateful because the conversation could have been different, and it could have been some resentment, and they just a blessing to have because the conversations went well, and they was just like, it's all good, and they know that if I could have, I would have, and so yeah, that's what I meant by the lack thereof, where just the basic needs could not be met, and but yeah. So I fast forward today, everybody's eating variety. Yeah. So yeah. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. All is well. But that's all I have to say about that homelessness and the lack of need.
Did you explain some of the things about why people be homeless?
I just said that, babe. My opinion of why they may be homeless.
But you, like, a lot of people, homelessness, some people just be homeless because they want to be homeless. Where
was you at? Was you not sitting right here the whole time?
Yeah, I was listening.
Oh, okay.
But, I was listening and didn't hear some stuff.
Oh, okay.
But some people...
You're going to watch it again so you will catch it.
Like, some people, like, will depend on, like, a parent or something, and the parent passed away. So the person was so relying on that parent that they really didn't have no responsibility. So when the parent passed away, they didn't really know how to be a provider. So then they end up losing the little they had that their parent was trying to keep for them. So that's one thing. And then sometimes people be homeless because they don't want to follow rules. That's when they stand with someone, they don't want to. They'd rather be homeless than to follow the rules that somebody put in place in the home. They would rather leave shelter and everything to just be outside. And I mean, what's funny?
Nothing's funny about it at all. I'm just because I was still tripping. I bet you just asked me that, but go ahead.
No, because I was like, it's some stuff she didn't say.
I probably didn't go into detail for each one, but I was just saying because I was just sharing my situation. But go ahead.
So,
I'm sorry.
What was I saying? All right, so
people that don't want to follow rules.
Yeah, people don't want to follow rules, so they'd rather be homeless, because you homeless, you really don't have no rules. But when you end up being homeless, you do have rules because the state and the city or whatever you're in, they put rules for you. So it's like homeless. Some people it's just like mental. It's always something mental. It's a mental illness because some people just don't want that. They feel more comfortable being on the street. You could see a homeless person, and you could offer them shelter and everything like that, and they'd probably refuse because they so. I guess they adapted to, how when they say animals adapt to the environment. I think a lot of homeless people be out so long that they adapt to that environment. So they'd rather be homeless than to be, because they free basically. They're free to do what they want to do. So I think a lot of them will rather be homeless than to be in a home. And last year, it was said that homelessness hit a record high last year. And it was probably because, of cost of living going up and everything. And not to talk politics, but some people try to blame Biden for the stuff, but you got to look to the prior administration to see, because it takes time for stuff to get in place. So people, it really was Trump who hurt us by giving. People, you could give somebody $1,000 and they'll love you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he was doing, giving money out to people. But in the long run, this is what happens in the long run. Now people losing jobs, people, food going up, gas going up, everything's going up. So that hurts a lot of people, put people out of their homes and everything. And I think they said the top 5 places with the most homelessness was District of Columbia, New York, Vermont, Oregon, and California. They had the most homelessness. That was the top 5 homeless places where a lot of homeless people was. And here in St. Louis, it's a lot of homeless people here. And every time they make a little count for them, it's like they get evicted out the count. So they have to, scramble and find places to stay. So, these, like, the kids want to grow up too fast. Some of them want to grow up too fast and want to leave the house and turn around, don't have nothing. And now you're homeless. So divorces. And it's been people who pay so much child support that they can't afford to even have, a home or something. So a lot of them be homeless because they can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? They got to pay for the kids. And like with child support, they don't care about, they'll tell you, we don't care about your bills, you just make sure you pay for this kid. So it's just a lot of factors in homelessness. And, like they say, we'll probably never get rid of homelessness because,
we won't.
Like I say, a lot of people are content with being homeless. With factors, like I say, mental factors, just want to just be out on your own. You want to be a kid and you refuse to follow rules, so you want to be out there in the street. Some on drugs and they can't go nowhere. Some messed up so much with their peoples that, you steal and did stuff to all these people. You probably been in 10 different people's houses and you did something to get put on the street. So, like, it's a lot of things that get people homeless. And,
Have you ever been homeless?
No, I ain't never been homeless.
Have you ever lacked?
Yeah, I like.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But for me to have a lot of family and everything, I don't think nobody would let me be homeless.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If I needed somewhere to go, I'm pretty sure. Even though like my mama, like, when you be wanting to get away from like your spouse or something, my mom be like, no, you can't come here. You better go work it out. My mom, she'll tell you that. But if I was homeless, she won't be like that. But if I'm like, I just want to come here for a little while, and hey, you better go home and work it out.
I like that though.
Yeah.
That's a different conversation, but I like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, my mom, she ain't play that. She like, hey, I don't want to hear that. And that's why I'm the type of person that most of the time I keep like my relationship stuff to myself. Cause my mama, that's what she told me. You better go work it out. I don't want to hear it. So, but nah, I ain't really never been homeless. So by the grace of God, because I've been in a lot of messed up situations, but always had a roof, so plenty of roofs. So what?
I don't know what that means. You mean as far as family? You have a lot of family?
Yeah, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just real quick, I don't want to miss this person. I'm just going to say my aunt. She knows who she is. She always brought my kids food too. And so I am always appreciative, forever grateful for that. I don't think I never called and told her. She just always showed up with pizza or rice or something for these kids. And so, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I don't think I ever got on the phone and cried my heart out about what was going on, because I didn't. I didn't call anybody. But she just showed up, and so I'm just grateful for that. You remember that, babe?
Yeah.
Yeah. She always showed up, and so I'm grateful for that. Thank you so much. I didn't want to forget that because she sure did.
Yeah. I had an aunt too. She passed away. But she always showed up too. Like you know, when I was going through my first situation, my aunt was always there, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, aunts are important, because aunts are like, they're like mothers. So and all my aunts was like, growing up, all my aunts were like mothers.
That's beautiful.
So that's what I'm like. My mom was the go-to mom. So like, we used to have people. My mom used to bring in, when people get put out their house and stuff, they used to come to my mama's house when we was younger. So my mom was the home that a lot of people came to when they got put out their house or didn't want to be at their house. You know what I'm saying? So my mama kept a lot of people from not being homeless. So that's what she did. I'm telling you. Everybody, I mean, everybody would be at our house because either they got put out of the house, they probably got evicted somewhere, anything. They always could stay at my mama's house until they get back on their feet. So, yeah, that's why I give flowers to my mama, and a lot of people should be thanking her and giving her flowers, because yeah, a lot of people she kept a lot of people from not being homeless, because she had her door was always open for these people. So food, if you needed food, anything, she was there for a lot of people. So that's why I know that if I would have ever been homeless,
you would have never been homeless.
Yeah, I would never be homeless. You know what I'm saying? Because I could be at my mom's house, because she.
Now let me just say something real quick too. I think I just didn't really want to intrude on anybody, but I knew I didn't want my kids out there in the cold, so I don't want any of my family to take offense to what I said. And I think mentally, I don't even think I cared about myself. I just wanted to make sure my kids was good. But thank God we didn't have to go down that avenue. And since we talking about flowers real quick, I'm gonna give flowers to my aunt, but I also my flowers was going to my cousin, which is her son, because he, even though the relationship between him and my children aren't close, because he's older and they're younger, but nevertheless he has sent gifts for my grandson that's due in July, and then he also reached out to me the other day asking about my other son's graduation, which is June the 1st. And so I just want to give him his flowers, because even though they don't have the conversations and the relationship like that, he still shows love to all of my children and asks how everybody is doing every now and then. So I just want to give my cousin and his mom their flowers for just always, showing love and being supportive.
Yeah. And today you should give somebody their flowers. Give them a phone call, especially if someone helped you when you was like down on your luck or something, you was homeless or about to be homeless and somebody helped you out, call them and just call them, just thank them, say you love them or something. Just give them their flowers because they kept you from being homeless. You know what I'm saying? Even if you
they fed you.
Yeah, they fed you. They kept you from being homeless. They
paid a bill.
Yeah,
they made sure you got back and forth to work. Whatever it is,
whatever
they did
it is,
something that'd be helpful for
just
sure.
Just give them their flowers because if it wasn't for them, you'd probably be homeless or lost their job or whatever. You know, so that's what, like every episode we want to give somebody their flowers. Mm-hmm. So I think you should give somebody their flowers today.
Yeah, there's nothing for Cuddles Corners or Cam Corner today, so.
Yeah, but you know, just like, and always be grateful because we always one step from being homeless. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No.
One mess up.
No.
And you can end up being homeless.
Yeah.
Don't take it for granted.
Don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
But as my kids say, God will provide, and so we will never be homeless. And that's in the name of Jesus Christ. Not Mary had a little lamb, but Jesus Christ.
Don't take it for granted.
Most definitely don't take it for granted.
Don't take it for granted.
Don't take it for granted.
Because it can happen to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So even if you're waiting on God to provide,
He will provide.
He will provide, but He'll probably let you be homeless for a minute.
No, He won't.
Nah, yes, He will.
No, He won't.
Because a lot of them be trials and you know, see how strong you are. See if you go
through trials and tribulations.
If you gonna change on Him. Just like
let's stop the conversation right now.
It was one, I don't know who that was.
Click and subscribe.
No. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Because
don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't tell everybody that.
Well, don't you tell people that they're gonna be homeless either.
I'm not telling people they're gonna be homeless.
He gonna make you homeless. So that's a trial and tribulation.
I didn't say he was gonna make you homeless. I'm saying don't just expect that. Oh, I can't pay my bills. God's gonna find a way.
Well, that's different.
If
you walking with Christ and you trust and believe what the Word of God says, and you have a relationship, you walking in His wisdom and His understanding and His knowledge. That's different. If you're not paying your bills and all of that, you can't make a way. You still trust Him, but He'll open the door for you. That's you got to believe that to be the case.
So you telling me there's no homeless people out there that was going to church and believing in God?
I have no idea. I'm
pretty sure it's a lot of.
But if they touched it, they ain't have to stay there because I'm sure He opened the door for them if they was walking with Him and praying and believing Him. That's the honest to God truth. They didn't stay there. They may have touched it, but they didn't stay. A door was open. They may have found it's drug addicts out there that came out of that because they had a mindset change. It's teenagers that ran away from home. The situations has changed in their situations, and it's people that was divorced, got people that's paying child support, and their situation has turned around. So it may have been a reason why they touched it. But they didn't have to stay there unless they decided to stay there for whatever reason. Because there's always a door open. If you trust in them, then you trust in them. Period, point blank. And I'm standing on that.
So, that's why I ain't no Bible connoisseur, but I know for sure that it was a part that when God when the devil told God,
he tested Job.
Yeah,
he did. That's what I'm saying. So that's Old Testament. I'm with Jesus Christ. That's Old Testament. I'm with Jesus Christ. That's Old Testament. He had the devil always busy.
Yeah.
Let him use you if you want to.
Yeah. I'm saying
But if not, but you talking about Job. I'm walking with Jesus Christ. That's two different. You talking Old Testament. I'm in the New Testament. Talk to me.
But it's not a debate.
It's not.
You know
it's not a debate.
I'm not. I'm just going out. I'm not. I don't read.
But you telling the truth. And then Job. And what happened? What happened to Job?
I don't even know.
Job lost everything. He lost his kids, his land, his money.
And know why he did
his wife died
because the devil told God to let him do it.
God said, "Try my servant Job, my faithful servant Job."
So that's what I'm trying to say.
Then he experienced that.
That's what I'm trying to say.
His friends came and said, "What you do?" Listen, and then Job was blessed so much more. Exactly.
But I'm just trying to say though, don't sit up and say just because you want a God, you're not gonna touch being homeless or nothing.
You gonna face trials and tribulations. I didn't say anything. That. I said we won't. That's what I said.
I'm just saying.
I can't speak for everybody
I said
else.
don't tell people that. I just said don't tell people that. Oh, if you walk this walk, you're not. Ain't nothing.
You're gonna go through trials. Yeah, but in the same sentence, I'm saying if you touch it, you won't stay there.
Yeah, I'm just saying you gonna be tested.
You're gonna go through trials and tribulations. But Jesus said, "Fret not, for I have overcome, and so therefore you will overcome."
And know why you gonna test it? Because this world does not belong to God.
The enemy is running rampant. This is true.
So that's why you will be tested. And like I said, I'm not even no Bible reader like that.
You go through trials and tribulations. But this is true. But I ain't worried.
You know what I'm saying? God promised the devil this world, so this is the devil world. He didn't promise him
nothing. Lucifer got kicked out on the world,
and God gave Lucifer the earth or whatever.
Okay, but just like Joshua said,
what is that?
You can serve the pagans and you can serve yourself, but for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Amen. So that's it. He ain't say that specifically, but you know what the bottom line was. He said we gonna serve the Lord. So people can do what they gonna do.
This Pastor Orange Olsen.
No, the devil. I ain't Pastor Olsen either, because they'll make you feel good. I ain't trying to make you feel good.
No, I ain't said Olsen. I said Olsen.
Who was that?
That's somebody I made up. Orange Olsen.
No, you Pastor Jones. You gonna come on, Pastor. Mama said you was in the pulpit today.
Nah.
She said, "Why we go? I mean, why could I'm sorry.
Nah.
Why he don't try to deny it."
Nah, but know what? They did. I'm not gonna lie. My aunt and all them used to say, "Oh, you should be a preacher. You just."
Why did they say that though?
I don't know. It just used to be some stuff that I used to do. I guess.
What you do?
How I used to. Cause now I'm just talk. I don't know nothing really. Like I said, I ain't read the Bible like she read the Bible and stuff. But it's stuff that it just comes to my mind. So I guess
let the Holy Spirit use you, child.
So that's what stuff. Cause there's a lot of stuff I be saying. And, I do a lot of morning inspirations and all that stuff.
Do.
So, people be like, man, go ahead, Pastor, this and this and this. Nah, don't give me that.
Don't deny that. That's the same. No, you might have a calling and a gift in your life. You just suppressing
it. Yeah. I got a calling, but...
Don't say nothing. Goofy.
I ain't gonna even say it.
Gaslighting these people.
How gaslighting these people?
I want to use it. I probably didn't even use it right, but that's okay.
Look, I'm just saying, but for real, if you if you ever can feed the homeless or get them blankets, coat, clothes like that, hey, do it. You know what I'm saying? Be a blessing.
What do you think about them people on the signs? What do you think we should do with them?
The who?
They'll be holding their signs up on every corner.
A lot of them people fake.
You think so?
Yeah, it's an organization. A lot of them is in the organization.
What's the organization called?
I don't know. But if you pay attention, if you sit and watch some of them will get in a car and drive off.
They could still be homeless, so they can put people in their car.
No, they stay they're in the organization. They get paid to do that.
They get paid to take money from people off the corners.
Yeah, it's like a job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I knew a few people who did that, and they were homeless. This used to be this guy named Sloppy Woolley. Back in the days, used to be downtown in front of I think Famous Bar.
Oh yeah, it is back in the day. I don't think
he used to sit down there and collect money, he act like he had a disability. He used to collect money from everybody and be at the club at nighttime, cleaner than anybody at the club. Car cleaner than anybody. Say he had a big old house. So it's I even got try to help people and this is crazy for a lot. You can tell the difference with a homeless person because if a person comes up to you and say, "Hey, can I get some money for some food?" Right? And you be like you could be in a food place. Just say you at Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
This happened to be. I think I was at one of these places. No, I was at Qdoba or somewhere. And dude came up to me. He's like, "Hey, can you give me some money for some food?" I say, well, I ain't got no cash on me, but hey, you can have my food. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just go, you know, whatever. I don't want no Qdoba. I want some McDonald's. I said, well, you ain't hungry. You know what I'm saying? Beggars can't be choosy. You know, if you homeless and ain't eating, so that's why I say a lot of them just be drug addicts. So you got to be able to know which one is homeless and which one is conning. Because a lot of people be out there conning.
I feel like the only reason why I was asking because I want to make bags. You know, because they need socks, maybe a gift card of like $10 or something. We need to go get something to eat, a bottle of water, stuff like that, just some basics. And put them in each one of our kids' cars. So when they come across somebody who might be in need, they could give it to them. But I just feel like if you give what they do with it, that's not your problem.
Because one of them said that before. Like, you'd be like, oh, what you going to do with the money? Don't worry about it. It's my money now.
You asked them what they going to do with it? Yeah. And they said, don't worry about it.
Yeah. If one dude...
don't worry about it. Bro.
Yeah, you know, this my money. So, I mean, so that's why I say, just we won't cure homelessness, but
I think the Bible said they'd almost be around, always be amongst us. So I don't know. I haven't come across that scripture yet, but I think it's somewhere in there.
So let's just
help.
Yeah, be helpful, be mindful, because like I say, we don't know what situation these people in. Some of them are there because of messed up circumstances. Some are there because of drug habits, of probably someone passing, you know, stuff like that. So just be mindful, help people. We gonna end this because we probably talk about this all day.
What, homelessness?
Yeah.
Okay, well let me just say this. I'm gonna do a Cuddles corner real quick. If you, whatever trial and tribulation you're going through, the Bible says to count it all joy. We count it all joy because why? You about to hang up on me? Because we build in faith, and you just push through it and just stay, just stay in. This is for my believers, right? So, just stay in prayer. Just be diligent in your walk, and just try to stay positive. And don't tell your story to everybody because everybody's not gonna be for you. They'll pour negativity into your mindset and all that stuff. So just keep pushing on whatever you're going through. If it's homelessness, if it's lack, if it's dealing with grief, whatever it is, I promise you, it will be okay. Just continue to walk in faith. As my son says, don't talk about it. Give it to the Lord.
Yeah. So we want you to like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
And share. We're going to talk about podcast episode number 31.
31.
31. Is older than me?
Is it 31 flavors? Is it 51 flavors?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Baskin Robbins.
Yeah. But like, comment, subscribe, and share. Yeah, I said it again. So I know you're going to say, you said it already.
You said it 5 times. No, I'm just playing.
It don't matter.
Hey, y'all.
Go look at episode from 1 to 30 and enjoy it. And if you have... some ideas what we can do for like the homeless people. Give us some ideas. Cause we really want to do,
or even somebody to reach out to help.
Yeah,
a charity. I don't know.
Yeah,
why you go feed them and all that? I don't know.
Yeah,
or help with feeding them.
We want to help best way we can. We used to always do it with the kickball team.
But I never got an opportunity to do it, so I would want to help some way or another for sure.
So
and pray for them too.
Yeah. So don't forget, call somebody who's there for you when you when your time of need, and give them their flowers. You know what I'm saying? You know, we need to start acknowledging people more because we're getting older. And you know what I'm saying, the world is crazy. So give the people their flowers.
Just the people in the world.
Well, whatever. The world, because the world is growing. It's raising these people.
Okay.
So like, comment, subscribe, and share. We're gonna talk about a podcast. Episode. What's the episode? 31.
31.
Give your people their flowers.
Give your people their flowers.
We're gonna see you at the end of the road like boys and men. Go Lake Show.
on next Saturday.
Peace.
Bye.
You know what I'm saying?